Oh, never mind. Okay, hello everybody. So today we're gonna be filming a conspiracy theory video.
Semi.
Yeah.
So the way this is gonna go, we're basically just gonna tell you guys the belief, the conspiracy of it, but we're not gonna tell you guys exactly like what's our point of view until like the end of the video.
Yeah. So this conspiracy is John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln reincarnated.
They're probably like, what?
No, it's not.
So, when we were in high school, one of our teachers actually passed out a flyer, and it had like the whole entire like theory, like, you know, the whole entire conspiracy. So I remember her coming out of her class, because she had this class before me, and she was like, guess what? Like, let me blow your mind and tell you what. Oh, and she told me, and we were little, so I was like, what? I was like, are you for real? Like, I can't.
And especially like me telling her that our teacher told me. So it's like, this is factual. Like, oh my god. But yeah, we're just gonna go through the like coincidences. Basically it's just like their lives were extremely similar that it's like kind of scary. So we're just gonna go through all the coincidences, and then we will let you guys know what we think at the end. So Abraham Lincoln was elected into Congress in 1846, and John F. Kennedy was elected into Congress 100 years later in 1946.
So the next thing would be that Lincoln was elected president in 1860, and Kennedy was elected president in 1960.
So again, 100 years later.
Yeah.
So another one was that both of their wives lost a child while they were in the White House. So yeah, like that happened to both Kennedy and Lincoln.
Both presidents were shot on a Friday.
And they were both shot in the head too.
Yes, they were. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy, and Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln.
That is weird.
That is so weird.
So weird. So both of them were assassinated by Southerners, and John Wilkes Booth, the person that assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839, and Lee Harvey Oswald, the assassin that killed Kennedy, was born in 1939. So again, another 100 years apart.
Okay, and they were both succeeded by Southerners named Johnson, and they were both born 100 years apart.
Both assassins went by their three names, and their three names both made up 15 letters. Now, both of the people that assassinated Kennedy and Lincoln were killed before their trials.
Okay, so a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. And a week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, so Lincoln was shot in a theater, and the assassin ran to a warehouse, and Kennedy was shot from a warehouse and ran to a theater. Okay, so those are all of the coincidences that happened, and now we are going to tell you guys what we think, because we have been dying to tell you guys.
Yeah, obviously I'm pretty sure with our sarcasm you guys could kind of tell where we stand.
Yeah. We think this is bullshit.
We really do. Like, some of them, like, actually, like, alright, okay, like, I'll give it to them. But a majority of them, they're kind of, like, out of place. Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, it's like
the Marilyn Monroe one, like, he was in Monroe, Maryland, and then the other one was with Marilyn Monroe. I'm like, who told them that this is a coincidence? I want to go through them, because I'll link down a website in the description that I went to that like basically said that like a bunch of these were just incorrect. Like, even if that was like, oh, that's kind of a crazy coincidence, like it was just incorrect. Like the one that was Kennedy was like, Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln and Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. One of those wasn't even true. So I don't know, but like this is like the list that we were given in high school, and like I remember our teacher being like, look, you guys, like trying to connect with us because Shane Dawson's conspiracy theories were like so famous. He was probably like, this is how I'm gonna get him.
Get on it, yeah.
And then our dumbass is like, oh
my god,
we're going crazy. But oh, they're just dumb.
Okay, so basically another thing that we like believe is that it's not really like a big deal that most of these things are 100 years apart, because yes, they happen within like those 100 years. First of all, 100 years doesn't really mean anything. Like it doesn't have any meaning to it. Like, you know. Second of all, let's say it was 100 years, they did not happen like in the exact same, like on February 23rd, and then like 100 years later on February 23rd, like, you know, it doesn't really,
yeah, like if it was on, if it was all happening like on the exact same day a year later, I think I'd be like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's just a year-ish later.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And why did we believe this?
I don't know.
And I went home, he gave us a paper, so like I had this thing with me and I was like,
no. He did not give us the paper. You were crazy about the idea that you stole that paper from him. And you were like, look it. This is what he's gonna show you guys in class. Remember, he used to make us read articles every time. Yeah, that was one of those articles.
Oh yeah, dude, I would steal a lot of I saw some magazines. Like I would like all the Teddy Roosevelt magazines. Those were the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had the paper. Okay, so I was just like, I felt so powerful. Like I literally like, I remember like putting it in my purse. Like I folded it up all tiny, put it in my wallet, and like I would just like be like at my cousin's house like for New Year's or something, but like, Monica, oh my god, hold on, let me find this paper. And I would take it out, and since it was on paper, I felt like it was official.
Yeah,
I was like, my teacher gave me this. I was like, believe me, please. And they were just like, okay. So there was another one that I couldn't bring myself to say in the video because it was, let me read it exactly how it is. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. I don't want to like say anything wrong, but I just feel like, okay, and this is not just all of my like what I'm saying. I also like took some stuff from like kind of what they were saying in the website that I told you guys. I'm gonna link below. It's like, I don't think they were so much concerned with it, but I think they had to deal with it because things were happening. So they were like, okay, obviously I have to deal with this. So I don't think that's like a coincidence. I think it's like yeah, shit was happening and they had to deal with it because they were the president.
Okay, so that's gonna be it for our conspiracy video for this week. We do plan on getting a little bit more into like deeper stories in the future. This is kind of just a little bit to like test out like how we're gonna do it, because this is obviously our first one. So we hope you guys enjoyed our conspiracy theory video. If you guys have any suggestions on how we can improve, definitely let us know. And yeah,
make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.